Okay, guys, welcome along to WrestleSlam special. We're joined by Doug Williams, and he's answered the news for many fans across the world. The comeback is on. It's going to happen. Doug, first of all, it's been a crazy 12 months. How have you been through the pandemic? It's been really tough.
Well, it has been tough. I had, it was probably half of the time, the first 6 months, I probably coped quite well. And then, probably the same as many people in the same boat as myself, it really, it struck me. I mean, everything I was used to doing in my life disappeared. I couldn't travel. I couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't do, all the things that were the normal parts of my life. So, yeah, it did hit me quite hard, especially end of last year. But this lockdown, this most current one from Christmas until now, I've coped probably a bit better, I'd say. And obviously this announcement that I made has helped me focus as well. So that's kind of, brought me up a little bit too. So it's been all right recently.
That's good. No, we're so happy to see that you are coming back. Now, how did that come about? Was it just, I suppose, the extra time to think, and reflect, or was it just the demand from fans? Obviously, you're fairly active on Twitter, on social media and stuff. The fans are obviously hounding you. They want Doug Williams back. We want Doug Williams back. Is it just a case of, a bit of interaction with the fans, or just all that time to think?
It's funny, really. I mean, fans didn't really hound me. I think they respected the fact that I'd made that decision. And as it is at the moment, there's no shows going on anyway. It's lockdown, so I wasn't bugged. But obviously, I'd get the messages now and then through Twitter, and it'd be great to see you here. It'd be great to see you there, or against this guy or that guy. Yeah. But really, I think the decision was made based on, when you have the ability to do something in your life you enjoy and you're still capable of doing it. This time in lockdowns made me think, well, yeah, I should do it while I still can. Get back out there, entertain the fans, and give them something to look forward to when it all gets back to normal as well. So that was really my kind of thinking behind it.
I love it. Now, the team have some great questions for you, Doug. Tim, I'm going to go straight to you, my man. What kind of questions do you have for the legend himself?
All right, Doug. As you see, the NWA is coming back on Sunday, and your former tag team partner, Nick, is their current champion. Is there a chance we'll see you in the NWA and maybe go after him for his belt, or maybe team up with him again?
Well, that would be very nice. There's every chance something like that could happen. Again, it's all dependent on when I can get there, back to America. That'd be great, especially to face Nick, or team with him. I don't mind, but I'd like to have a shot at the NWA World Title. I think, all the titles that I've held during my career, I've never had a world title as such, a world heavyweight title anyway. So that would be nice. That would be very nice.
Yeah, as we've seen a lot of your main times, you've been tag team wrestling. Like I saw you tag teamed in Japan, where you won the titles with Scorpio, and obviously we saw you in Impact. You won them with Nick. Nick was only on with us the other day, and he brought up as well that he would love to bring you into the NWA and have you face him. So it's something you really want to do. Is there anywhere else you want to travel to in America?
Well, I mean, as it stands at the moment, I am contracted to Ring of Honor, because I think if you remember last year, they were going to run the past versus present show, and they had the pure title tournament, and I signed a contract with them, and that contract actually runs to the end of this year. So if America opens up, my first place of going back to would be with Ring of Honor. Hopefully have some pure title matches against, their champion, whoever that might be, come that moment in time. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing that, and getting some exposure in front of the Ring of Honor fans again after probably, first time in 15 years, I think, since the last time I was there.
Brilliant. Great question. I'm going to throw you over to Philip there now. Philip has a few questions for you.
All right, thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah,
you all right?
We're all good. I just wanted to ask you with the UK scene, because as you see now, the WWE Network is kind of showing a lot of progress and kind of a lot more kind of shows. I'm just wondering what your thoughts would you be willing to go to, like, Progress and kind of do a lot of shows there?
It's interesting that, because in respect to Progress, obviously that's the company where I lost the match that stipulated I should retire. So me going back there, I have to think, am I being am I being, a tad hypocritical to their fans? But then again, their fans are not in isolation, are they? They look like they watch a lot of promotions. They're wrestling fans in general. So, I had said to them, we've spoken briefly, and I said, if I come back to Progress, it has to be done in a certain way, a way that doesn't make the fans feel like they've been cheated out of the stip that they saw previously, because I'm quite big on that, obviously. So, yeah, if I can work something out and we can make it work in a certain way, then definitely, I would go there. Again, some of my matches are some of my Progress matches are on the WWE network as well, which I'm quite pleased about.
The UK scene is just the best in Europe right now. Like, there's so much talent out there.
Sure. Oh yeah, definitely, and it's a shame that it was almost at its absolute peak when the lockdown hit. So, what's it going to be like when it come back? We'll see. But I know there's a lot of young talent out there that will put a lot of hard work into bringing it back up to how it was before the lockdown.
Yeah, and also as well, would the WWE Network or WWE UK run interest you?
What? Sorry, are they running?
The WWE UK scene, like for WWE, would that interest you going there?
Oh yeah, of course. I'd love to do some shows for them if that was possible. And again, I said if they approach me, I mean, it's likely, given my age and the injuries I've had, that it might be tricky to get in, to get past their testing, physical testing, to get in the ring. But I'd love to be there and be a trainer or help out, be a coach or an agent or something of that nature. But hey, if it's in the ring is possible, then that would be great too.
Because you see Nigel is doing amazing work in commentary.
Sorry?
Nigel is doing amazing work on the commentary there.
Oh yeah, Nigel. Yeah, he's forged himself a great little career there, isn't he? Post wrestling. I think it suits him down to a T. He's always loved talking, so.
That's not something you'd be interested in doing, is it, commentary?
Yeah, I mean, I did little bits and pieces of it when I worked for TNA a long time ago. We used to do guest commentating. I quite enjoyed it. I'd probably be more of a colour commentator than move, a play-by-play guy. But yeah, that would be fun if that opportunity arose as well.
Excellent. And Matt there wants to ask you one or two questions.
Good stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So Doug, we're absolutely buzzing to see you compete with Ring of Honor. But whenever anyone mentions yourself, I immediately think of your run in the X Division with Impact Wrestling. Mm-hmm. Now, if you follow the X Division now, I just want to ask the question that's on every X Division's mind. Do you think down the line we might see you pop back in the Impact ring and take these lads in the X Division now to school anytime soon? Possibly, yeah. Again, it all comes down to them. First of all, them wanting to give me the opportunity, but also obviously my contractual position at the moment. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm open to. They're totally. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're a totally different company. Well, they are. They're a totally different company to when I worked there. So I'm be more than interested in coming in and, like you say, taking the X Division wrestlers to school a little bit again. Never thought I would say that myself, but really. And of course, at the moment, Ace Austin is holding the title. But no matter who holds the title, no matter who they're going to get into the ring with, they always put on a great show. So, if Ace Austin is still holding on to the title, you come into the ring, will you be buzzing to have a good match with himself? Or? Oh yeah, definitely, always. I mean, that's the whole. Every time I go out there, I'm looking to have a good match, no matter who it's against, and ultimately come out on top as well, win the title again. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? After nearly 10 years, I think it was 2009. So over 10 years since I held the belt. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Perfect. And looking back to the independent wrestling shows, of course, due to the ongoing lockdown, we're not getting independent shows at the moment. But if we were to open, do you think we might see yourself coming over to Ireland, like jumping into the ring? I mean, like in the last 2017, 2018, I was over a couple of times for OTT, is it? And
a couple of other.
CCW Cork and stuff. Yeah,
that's the one I was trying to think of from Cork. Yeah, I worked for them too. So definitely, there's always a really great scene in Ireland. Even going back before OTT, there used to be some British promoters that used to run over in Ireland, and always drew great crowds and always really enthusiastic, the Irish fans. There's something a little bit less inhibited about them compared to British fans, although that's changed slightly now. But Irish fans always more up for having a great time, no matter what was going on, Whereas some British audience is always a little bit sit on their hands a little bit sometimes. It's changed now slightly, but yeah, the Irish fans always very raucous, always wanting to, have a great time. I always enjoyed that. It was great fun.
We're pretty great if you get to know us, though. Yeah.
Even like when we did the TNA tours and they used to run Dublin, they were the best shows on the tour generally. They used to run that show. They used to run that venue that OTT run, the boxing arena, and it was just fantastic. They were the best shows of the TNA tours back in the day, for sure. I'm not just saying that because you guys are Irish. Just saying it. You're more willing to have. You're more like the American fans in that case, and you're more wanting to have fun and have a great time, and you're less inhibited than the British fans might be. Some of them are a little bit stiff. Don't want to clap, don't want to make too much noise, but not the Irish fans. They really go for it.
Doug, I have to ask you a couple of questions. Obviously, you've had an incredible journey to date, but where have you enjoyed traveling most? Obviously, you've been all around the world. You know what I mean? There's so many different scenes back here in Europe, America. Past America. But what have you enjoyed the most? Because it's been a great journey so far. You easily say the best is still to come. You're still a young man. But the best
absolutely,
Where have you enjoyed it most? Obviously, it's been an incredible journey so far.
I think Japan's kind of my second home when it comes to visiting countries for wrestling. I just love it. I love the culture. The fans there, they're all very polite and respectful, even if they are a little on the quiet side. And Japan's fantastic, amazing place. Yeah. Just that's my favourite. So hopefully I can get to go back there as well very soon.
You will. Have you looked at the situation so far? Because obviously we know if we're to leave the country, you have to, quarantine for so many days. But have you any options? Like obviously you're based in the UK, but it's only a matter of time before you might make that move back to the States, or do you think you'd be based in the UK and then making the travelling when you have to, and it's okay to do so?
Yeah, no, I'll stay based in the UK no matter what, really. And yeah, like you say, it's just dependent on when travel. I mean, the difficulty is, as you say, when you come back to the UK, then you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Yeah. So when that kind of alleviates itself, and there's dates now, like the roadmap's been set out. So come the end of June, in theory, everything should be back to normal from the UK's point of view. So travelling, going to different places will be so much easier. So it's nice to have that, that definitive timeline now, which is something we probably didn't have a couple of months ago.
Yeah. No, I love it. Now, we have to speak quickly of Ring of Honor, because myself, Phil, Tim, and Matt love it. Like, me and Phil were in New York over the years. We've been to some great Ring of Honor shows, but the organisation itself is incredible, Doug. It's iconic when it comes to, the hardcore wrestling fans. What does it mean to you, and obviously being part of that?
Amazing. I mean, obviously I was there right at its inception. I was there at the very start, and it's great to see how they've grown to the company they are now. And if I personally can contribute something to make it even better and get it even more exposure than it currently has, then I'm more than happy to do that. And I think also the Ring of Honor fans, they're very appreciative and respectful of what the British style of wrestling and how that's integrated into what they do in America. So that would be fantastic, to get out there and see them and perform in front of them again. And as you say, it's a great company. Sorry, Philip.
No, you're grand. I just want to say it's great to see the Pure title back.
Who's sorry?
It's great to see the Pure title is back. It's great to see it come back. I remember the amazing matches back in 2006, 2007 with Nigel, and it was just great to see that kind of different style back.
Yeah, and I think, like you say, if you can put that style in a way that keeps it interesting and high paced and sort of what the fans like, then it's something that they really, really appreciate, because it goes back to what wrestling actually is, which is hold for hold, isn't it? Escaping and counter holds and all that sort of stuff. And the ability to tell a story using the holds and then using the unique rules that the pure matches, pure title matches have. I think the fans, they appreciate it's a little bit different and a little bit more story orientated and move orientated than they're necessarily used to. When I say move, I mean like holds and stuff on the mat as opposed to big high impact moves. It's interesting. It's interesting how they take to the pure title rules and the matches, and that they really kind of embrace it. The Ring of Honor fans.
Yeah, you kind of see something. You see something similar now in the NXT UK with the Heritage Cup.
Right.
They kind of have that different style, which kind of adds something to the show, I think.
Yeah, and the fact that the fans embrace it and they enjoy it too, that makes it even better, I think, doesn't it? It just shows that you can't write any style of wrestling off. You can't say, oh, that's old-fashioned or it's had its day. Everything is still relevant in certain situations, isn't it? So
yeah. Doug, we have to ask you quickly. You've wrestled so many fantastic matches over the years. It's probably always hard to pick one. But if you could pick one or two matches and one or two opponents, what stands out to you as them great moments and great matches for you?
Oh, well, I think definitely against AJ Styles when I won the TNA TV title. That's probably one of my standout moments. And the other one I always point out when people ask me this question is early Ring of Honor in 2003. I wrestled Christopher Daniels for the FWA British Heavyweight title, but it was in Philadelphia. And that match as well always stands out to me as one of my favourites. Great, it's fantastic atmosphere. And that's really, kind of a defining moment for both of us, because both of us set us on a path, an ascension from there. So those two matches are ones that really stand out for me in my career so far.
Epic. And I think Tim was doing a bit of research today. I think Tim had a fact. Did you wrestle Eddie Guerrero back in the day?
I did. It was in 2002. And it's all over YouTube. You can look it up. I'm sure you'll find it. That was in London. Yeah, an independent show.
I love it. Doug, it's a true honour. We're really glad you're coming back. First of all, because it's I would have been on the Twitter bandwagon shortly if you didn't announce that comeback. I would have probably messaged you somewhere down the road to say, look, Doug, get back in that ring. But look,
right.
It's crazy times. We know it's obviously very tricky.
Sure.
I can only imagine when everything sorts itself out, your calendar is going to be extremely busy.
Yeah, I mean, it's already stacking up now. I think I've got about 20 shows booked already for the later part of the year, and they're coming in on the daily. So it's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be crazy. Especially when it's all confirmed, definitely opening up, and people start. At the moment, people are hedging their bets with shows. Okay, we'll put this date in and we'll book you, but Once we all know, everyone, once we get past that June date, especially in the UK, I think a lot more shows are going to be starting to pop up.
Yeah.
And yes, the calendar will be full, I think.
We can't wait. And quickly, will you watch Nick Aldis this Sunday? Will you try and tune in to NWA, the pay-per-view? Will you try and catch up?
I probably won't watch it live, if I'm perfectly honest with you, because I like sleep. But but I will definitely pick it up on Monday evening, I think, and watch it. Definitely.
Thanks. Tim, Matt, Phil, any more questions? Are we all good?
All good.
Good. Happy team. Doug, it's an absolute pleasure, my friend. We'll have this up on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll tag you. And we'll see you at the next available date when we can all travel. We'll come over and we owe you a coffee, my man. So thank you very much.
Or maybe I'll come over and see you in Ireland. You never know, do you? That would be fantastic.
We'd love it. OTT.
Cheers.
We love it. Doug, stay safe, my man, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you. Bye. See ya.